I never talked to a Ukrainian official until the State Department called me and asked me to do it. And then I reported every conversation back to them. And Laura, I'm a pretty good lawyer, just a country lawyer. But it's all here, right here. The first call from the State Department.
Well, Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, flaunting and boasting about the fact that he has evidence and recordings of members of the State Department has led to a subpoena toward Giuliani. Now, various House committees have subpoenaed Giuliani in order to testify and share documents in regard to this impeachment inquiry. And the subpoena does require Giuliani to produce communications, including text messages and phone records regarding Biden's son, Hunter, who served on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, and efforts by Giuliani or his associates to pressure current or former Ukrainian officials to investigate matters regarding Biden or any other American. So this was sent to him by various chairmen on committees that are investigating Donald Trump and doing this impeachment inquiry.
Okay, two things about this. First of all, when he grabbed the phone to put it up on air, I was like, yes, because I thought there was a 24% chance it was accidentally going to show porn. You know, because with the conservatives, they're always like, we're family values, these some bitch liberals, and say, look at my phone. Oh, I didn't mean that. Could have popped up on anybody's phone. It could have popped up on anybody's phone. Okay, when he came on, I was like, come on, show it to me, show it to me. But it turns out he didn't have that. Don't put up your phone on TV. It's a terrible idea.
It really is.
Okay, and if you are going around saying, hey, I got the documents on my phone, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna get subpoenaed for those documents. And so I'm gonna laugh my ass off when Rudy's like, documents? What name so? He's like, I don't have any documents. Dude, you put it on TV and you said, they're right here, they're right here. And you think he won't turn around and be like, I don't know.
I mean, he's a clown, so who knows? It's really a wild card. Who knows what he actually has, whether there really is dirt on State Department officials who he claims he worked with in order to do this investigation into Joe Biden. But the chairman of these committees also asked Giuliani to hand over communications regarding US foreign assistance to Ukraine. Remember, Donald Trump had put a freeze on that foreign assistance and any efforts to withhold or delay it. Now, Giuliani was asked whether or not he plans on cooperating with the subpoena, and here's what he told Sean Hannity.
And would you testify? Because I think Jay Sekulow is absolutely right. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I don't know. I'm weighing the alternatives. I'll kind of like go through it. I'll get all my evidence together. I'll get my charts. I don't know if they let me use videotapes and tape recordings that I have. If they let me get some of the evidence that I gathered.
Can we just talk about the insane double standard when it comes to responding to a subpoena? If any other average American goes on television or makes public statements about like, I don't know, I'm really considering whether or not I'm gonna cooperate with this subpoena. No, you're gonna be in trouble. Whereas Rudy Giuliani is like, I don't know, I'm just milling about, making up my mind, on the fly. Let's see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So he actually, to be fair, because we can't help but be fair, he would have an interesting case against the subpoena that others wouldn't, because he's the lawyer for Trump. So he could say attorney-client privilege, and that would be an interesting legal argument, right? And I don't know where I would come out on that or legal scholars would come out on that. But what's really interesting is that he's not going in that direction. My guess is he will eventually, be crazy not to. And that doesn't mean it's gonna work, but it's at least a very fine arguable point, right? Instead, on Fox News, he's saying, I got videos, I got pictures, I got this, I got that. And so that is not a threat against the Democrats. That actually helps the Democrats. That is a threat against the Trump administration.
Specifically the State Department.
Yes, I want you guys to absorb that. This is not Rudy versus Democrats. This is Rudy versus Trump's State Department. And so they're fighting on television and saying, oh yeah, I got documents, I got documents. Oh yeah, I'll go show them to the Democrats. No, I'll show them to the Democrats. Here, I'll show it right now on TV, right? So that's a great place to be if you want to find out more information about what Trump did, because apparently the Trump team is fighting internally and threatening to reveal all of it. By the way, if Trump didn't do anything wrong, what is there to reveal? I mean, this goes back to Trump constantly saying, it was a perfect phone call. First of all, what's a perfect phone call? I mean, have you ever had a perfect phone call? Have you ever gotten off the phone? That was perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Right. Anyway, but he's saying it's a perfect phone call. Great, no problem. The transcript of the call is in the secret servers that you hit him in. So to release the transcripts, let's find out how perfect it was, right? Meanwhile, Rudy's like, I don't want to wait, man. I'll just tell Democrats now. I think that Fox News might stop booking him. That's why Laura Ingraham shoot him off the air the other night. She's like, stop it. No, wait a minute. This is actually damaging Trump.
Yeah, I remember Laura Ingraham, though, tried to brush it off as, oh, he's losing his voice, go get your voice back and then come back on. But later he did come back on and then proceeded to continue incriminating himself and members of the State Department.
Love it.
And so, yeah, look, the infighting, and I have a question because you're the one who went to Columbia Law School, you're the fancy guy here.
Oh, please, I mean, I didn't say anything.
I know that there's attorney-client privilege because Giuliani is Donald Trump's personal lawyer. But Rudy Giuliani doesn't serve as the State Department's personal lawyer.
Well, listen, as a JD, I can comment on this.
Go ahead. Please. I would really appreciate your expertise.
No. Look, this is really simple. Of course, he's not the State Department's lawyer. He's work for the government. He doesn't work for the government at all. That's why it's both a political, ethical, and legal issue that Giuliani's out there seemingly representing the United States of America when he is in no way, shape, or form even in the government, let alone has the authority within the government to make claims or promises on behalf of the American people. So no, he would not have any attorney-client privilege regarding the State Department, any texts, videos, phone calls they sent him. So when he says that on air, he's getting himself and the State Department in a world of trouble. Because when he's talking to Trump, who is his client, there he could have attorney-client privilege and protect that to some degree. But they should have kept this fight internal, but as usual, incompetence reigns supreme in the Trump administration.
I love it.
It exploded into the national conversation. They made it public. Now, I don't think Giuliani has much of a choice. If you get a legal subpoena from Congress saying you do not represent the State Department, you said you have documents related to this issue from the State Department, give me the documents. I think he's got to give them. I don't think he has a choice at all.
So he has until October 15th to hand over the documents that they're requesting. And the chairman of the House Intelligence, Oversight and Foreign Affairs committees included this line, or this paragraph, I should say, in their letter. They say your failure or refusal to comply with the subpoena, including at the direction or behest of the president or the White House, shall constitute evidence of obstruction of the House's impeachment inquiry and may be used as an adverse inference against you and the president. And in regard to Giuliani, he gives mixed messages. So in the videos that we showed, there was some indication that he's willing to cooperate. But via Twitter, he wrote, quote, I have received a subpoena signed only by Democrat chairs who have prejudged this case. It raises significant issues concerning legitimacy and constitutional and legal issues, including inter alia, attorney-client and other privileges, as Cenk mentioned earlier. It will be given appropriate consideration. So he has already thought of possibly citing attorney-client privilege, but as we just mentioned and summarized for you guys, that doesn't necessarily apply to some of the accusations he put out there about the State Department. Yeah,
and the idea that, hey, listen, it's just Democrats that are asking for it is totally irrelevant. So as we told you on yesterday's show, the Republicans subpoenaed the Obama administration over 100 times when they were in charge of Congress. The Obama administration didn't get to say, yeah, but that's because it's a Republican-led Congress, so I'll just ignore a legal subpoena. Nah, that's not how it works. And Eric Holder did once not comply with Congress and he got in trouble for it. In fact, I thought he should have gotten in bigger trouble for it. And see, what's the great thing about doing an honest show? We don't have to worry about partisan games. So when Holder did the wrong thing, we call it out every time. When Hunter Biden's on the board of that Ukrainian gas company, he's on there because of his last name. Everybody knows it. The dishonest shows and partisan shows have to cover up for it. No, Hunter Biden's totally fine. He's a huge expert on oil and gas in Ukraine. Huge expert, right? All right, if you say so. Okay, right. That's why independent media is important. TYT.com/join. Okay, plus we have fun. And I think that Giuliani's gonna have to give up the
documents.
Man, that is an old school reference.
That's like from a clip.
Oh wait.
Yes, from a clip from like 10 years ago when a woman was exercised about documents that were in her at the school that her daughter was going in because she was worried about
having sex in the classroom.
In fact,
live sex.
And they had the
documents
to prove it.
That was one of the best videos.
Could you imagine if Adam Schiff gets out there and he's like, Rudy Giuliani, we're gonna need those
documents?
She sounds like my mom. Like that's exactly how my mom would sound if she found out that there were students having live sex in the classroom I was in.
I think you mean
live sex.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.